house of Jacob, let us walk in the light. Walk in the light. Walk in the light. Come, house of Jacob, let us walk in the light. Walk in the light of the Lord. Walk in the light. Walk in the light. Walk in the light.
Hallelujah. We got that train down the track, didn't we?
in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup runs over. And surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of coming.
Shabbat
Your
shalom.
help won't be found in the politician or your help won't be found in your neighbor. Your help won't be found from the military. Your help won't be found from Hollywood. It won't be found anywhere else but in the Lord. You agree with that?
His promise is true. Our God will be the one who is victorious in the end. The song is very appropriate. We are living in a world of chaos right now. It seems like every day when we pick up the newspaper, we find something else that is disturbing our peace and comfort. It is really the time that we need to lift our eyes up to the Lord and listen to what He has to say, and quit listening to all the other things that are going on around us, and do what He would have us to do. So Shabbat Shalom. It's good to be back. Miss you folks. Tried to call you 2 weeks ago, but I happened to be in an area where there was no phone service, so I couldn't get a hold of anybody. So I missed my call to you. But you were definitely on our minds. But I do have to share one thing. We had the opportunity last week. I told you that I was looking forward to this vacation because my whole family was going to be there. And they were. My entire blood family was there. My brother, my sister, my wife, my 3 daughters, my 7 grandchildren, my 2 great-granddaughters. And it was just a marvelous time together. I also had nephews and nieces there, and families, and just a really, really good time. You know, God designed this whole thing around family. He made us that way. He made us to reproduce, to have children, to love and be a part of a family. Then He also made us a part of community. And that's what we celebrate right here, is being together from different backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, different economic backgrounds, different geographic backgrounds. But we come together and worship here, and I love to watch out and see people worshiping in their own way. And I encourage you to do that. That's what this is all about, is to worship it. To come here on Shabbat. When you say Shabbat Shalom, you're looking for the peace of the Shabbat. God designed it that way. He set aside a day specifically for us to celebrate and relax and forget about the world and come together and be a family, a combined family. So as we celebrate that today, make sure that you get around and say hello to everybody before you leave this place today. Wish them the Shabbat Shalom. Tell them that you love them. Look forward to seeing them again. And just share something that this week that God has blessed you with. He has blessed me with a bunch of things this past couple weeks, and I just thank Him for all of that. As we look to the days coming forward, and we've got some really exciting things coming up here in just within the next few weeks. 2 weeks from today, and this is an announcement that just is coming fresh off the press on Thursday. Arrangements were just made then. Ted Pierce will be here in concert and delivering a message 2 weeks from today in the morning service. Come and be a part of that. Spread the word. Bring somebody with you. In my estimation, Ted Pierce is probably one of the best Messianic worshipers and truest individuals to God's calling and God's word that are representing the Messianic movement today. So come and be a part of that. And in just a week beyond that, we look forward to having Mindy and Ralph Sita here. Messianic Dance Camp International coming, and they will be worshiping with us and then spending the afternoon in dance, instruction, and practice, and just having a good time fellowshipping together. So be a part of that. Vic has asked me to announce that he's taking a vacation today. He won't be having the class immediately following ONIC. He's beat Pete. So you're off the hook for today. No test, no exams. So you're set for that. Also, on 2 weeks from today, when Ted Pierce is here, weather permitting, we are going to go over to the Euler household for our Onik, our time of Onik will be over there. We will still celebrate here and give them a chance to go home and make some preparations, and then we'll go and invade their property and spend some time in the afternoon together over there, just a time of fellowship, food, and just being a part of family. So. They've got a big hill over there to put quite a slip and slide on. Might end up right in the pond, but that's okay. Whatever. That's when we get the pond cleaned up. So many people get in there and splash the mess stuff out of there. Anyway. So just bear these things in mind and spread the word. Get somebody to come with you. Not only to Ted's concert, but also to the Dance Camp International. And remember, every Thursday evening, we have dance practice here. Come and be a part of that. You will find it's an awful lot easier to dance on Shabbat if you have some idea as to what they're doing. So come and be a part of that on Thursday and practice with them and be prepared. This morning, and I need somebody to get me some Yiskor candles. This morning we are going to take time to honor those who have passed, particularly family and friends, forefathers. But we're also going to take some special time to remember some others that have been in the news as a result of various attacks of different natures. And so if you have someone that you would like to remember, please be ready to share that. You can give us their name and relationship, and we'll ask you to come forward and light a candle. And then we will have our Yiskor eulogy for them. Look at all the help we've got up here. That's not excellent. All righty. Anyone that would like to start with honoring someone, family or friends, or someone who has been significant in your life, do you remember them? All right, Heidi. Her brother David, July of 2007.
And while you're there, Heidi, we've talked about this. We also like to remembering Jason Rivera. For those of you who know who Jason Rivera is, he him and his wife owned and ran Belden Village Music. Jason was a very gifted musician, and in fact, I bought that guitar from Jason. He set up my son's guitar, Ariel's guitar, about a year ago, and since then he had passed away, had a sudden tumor, cancer, it took him pretty quick. So we had a blessing. He loved the Lord, and we had the blessing early in this ministry, about 2000 I think it was, when we were down at the church up the street sharing the facility. Jason and his wife came to lead worship, and it was a wonderful experience. At that time, Heidi was here, and so we'll remember Jason Rivera. He leaves his wife and his daughter, and many musicians and Christian worshipers who have been fruitful in their calling because of the investment that Jason had made in their lives musically. Anyone else?
They're both of her sons, Owen and Patrick. Grandfather, 6 years ago.
Elvin James.
Grandmother Dolores Richardson passed away a year ago. Lillian Otis, 2007. Ex-grandmother.
She was a pistol.
Is that where he gets it?
I think so, but she was a sweet lady. She did. She accepted Yeshua before she passed.
Any others? I do need a couple more candles. While you are here, if you would light those for me. Light one specifically for the lives lost in France due to terrorism. It grieves me that innocent lives are lost as a result of hatred, ideologies, and those type of attacks. And I pray for the city of Cleveland in this coming week. The opportunities that are there for radical groups to be able to attack. I'd also like you to light one for those who have, in newsworthy situations in the same likewise situation, the police officers that were killed in Texas, for the lives of individuals that were taken unnecessarily, possibly without specific reason, in other situations. And as I mentioned earlier, we are in a time of chaos and just things that are happening all around us. It is a time that we need to lift our eyes to the Lord. Forget about arguing face to face with someone who sees things a little bit differently than we do. Trying to prove that we are right and they are wrong, and the only way to do that is to eliminate them. And that's what our society has turned to. The way is, Linda and I had a lot of time to talk over these last 2 weeks. We spent a lot of time together, just the two of us, driving and spending time together and conversing. And one of the comments was, we're not always right. The right way of answering something is not necessarily attack. We need to take care of our own house first. We need to see what is right with us and what does the Lord tell us to do. How should we interact with one another? And that goes across all lines, whether it be racial, whether it be economic, whether in the next several months it be political. We need to look to see what would God have us to do. As these candles burn up here in remembrance of each one of them, lives that have touched us individually, have meant great things to us, lives that were lost for unjust reason. Lord, help us, help our society come back and reunite us.
David?
Yes.
I do have one more thing I'd like to say, and this in lieu of my one son Owen and Captain Miller, that this is really what the Lord wants to do here. It's so important to see everyone getting saved. It's very, very important. My first son, who went home to be with the Lord, was not yet 20 years old. And my second son, who was only 46 years old, and I know some of you have heard this before, but they were 22 years apart to the very day, to the same way, and in the same manner. One on a Monday, one on a Tuesday, but both on March the 16th. And when you think of the third month and the 16th day, you think of John 3:16. And it is so important. That was no coincidence how the Lord took my first son home. They never did find out through the autopsy in 8 weeks or more. There was never anything wrong with him. They couldn't find one thing wrong. And he simply just wasn't able to breathe, and he did exactly go home in my arms. And my other second son almost did the same thing in the same similar way, 22 years apart. So we never know. We count our days. We never know when the Lord will take us home. And I know they're both saved. I know they're both home. But it's so very important that you reach your loved ones and really count the cost of whatever you got to do to reach out to the world that's dying and hurting and help support them and get them safe, get them home. If you have loved ones now or you meet people in the marketplace, do it now. This has never been a higher call of God. That's our Father's heart more than anything else, is to reach out to the lost and see them get saved and pray for them. Thank you.
When she brings up John 3:16, I always have to follow that up with John 3:17. He came in the world not to condemn the world, but the world through him might be saved. That means the example that we lead, as Yeshua did. And Linda and I comment on this, is sometimes we need to stop and say, what would Yeshua do in this situation? And do likewise.
What would happen to Yeshua, as the brother shared, what always happens to those who speak truth is you kill the prophet, you kill the voice. See, we're to wrestle for truth. We are to struggle for truth. Well, if I go to the wrestling mat and there's nobody else there, who do I wrestle with? I wrestle with myself. But we're intended to struggle for that truth, not to kill the adversary, not to kill those who think or believe differently, but to wrestle with them. The truth will prevail. It always will. Yeshua is coming back. That's a truth. But we have to understand that this is nothing new as much as it grieves us. The prophets, the voices of reason, the voices of truth will always be silenced by the enemy, whatever way they can do it. Keep speaking, keep wrestling, keep struggling, keep fighting. And most importantly, sustain in that battle the fight for your faith, what you believe, what you know to be true. That's why we, at these times, sing the Kaddish, because we affirm God's sovereignty, that nothing is happening randomly. He's aware, he knows. And we have to affirm that in our spirits. We have to praise him with the Kaddish, knowing that no matter what, things are right with Hashem, and they will work out according to his will and plan, always. Whether we understand it or not, but it will. Please rise. Yikda v'yikda shemei rabah b'yom adivarecha rutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yamechon uv'chaydecho b'et Israel and sanctified be his great name in the world, which he has created according to his will. And may he establish his kingdom during your life and during your days and during the life of the whole house of Israel, even swiftly and soon, and say, Amen. And let his great name be blessed forever and to all eternity. Blessed, praised, and glorified, exalted, extolled, and honored, magnified and louder be the name of the Holy One. Blessed is he, though he be high above all the blessings and songs and praises and consolations which are uttered in the world, and say, Amen. May he who makes peace in his high places make peace upon us and upon all Israel, and say, Amen. Amen.